Hi guys, this is Radhika again. So I wanted to make a quick video to go along with the intuition video that I made some days back. So I was just actually thinking about it, and I see my son now. My son is 15 months old, and I see him, and I have realized that there is so much we can learn from children. And we had those qualities when we were children, but we just got changed by society, by the people around us, by schools, and by television, by so many things. So yeah, so what I noticed is that my son, he's only 15 months. He can't speak that well. He doesn't understand everything you say. But kids, they have this sense. They can sense energy. They can sense vibes. They have this intuition that should I go there? Should I not go there? And a lot of times their intuition is wrong because they're just kids. But I feel with people especially, they have very good intuition, so they might sometimes not go to certain people, like not go easily towards certain people, towards certain situations, towards certain buildings, towards certain like venues, and in other places they might feel very comfortable. So my son, if you take him to like a high vibration place, like say on a hike, or if you take him in nature like on a mountain top, or somewhere in nature where there are trees and there are not so many people, he's really comfortable. He really loves it. He loves it out in the sun. And if it's a hospital kind of a setting, he's always on the edge, because in a hospital people are already on the edge. So the energy in a hospital is like all around the place. There is nervous energy, there is happy energy because children are being born. There's also a lot of sad energy because so many people are in pain, they are losing their lives. And similarly with people, so I will notice that he goes readily to some people, and some people he doesn't go, he won't go towards them. So I was just thinking that even as a child, because they don't use all the other senses or the whole facility of language, and all of these logical constructs aren't there in their brain, or the constructs of society aren't there in the brain. So they act very instinctively, and they follow their instinct. Even if you force them to go towards a person, they will resist with all their might. They might be really tiny, but they will resist completely. So I mean, I don't force my child to go towards someone who doesn't like them, and I don't think anyone should. But what I noticed was that children have very strong intuition, and when we were kids, probably we were the same way. If we did not like the vibes of a particular person, that person might be a complete stranger, and a family might come to visit our family. And when they all sit in the living room, as a child, we might immediately go to one person but not go to the other one. Okay. And that is because we sense a lot of things. And even when we are children, we sense things. We make up stories in our mind, like we make this guy a hero, we make this guy a villain, and we do all these kinds of fantasy things in our mind. And we think that these are childish things, these are stupid fantasy things, and we give so much of importance to logic and what society is teaching us, and the norms and the culture and so on and so forth. And I'm not saying that logic is bad, or society is bad, or culture is bad, but a lot of things in it are bad. And a lot of times we take it all. We don't actually we don't use our discretion to see, this is the part I want and this is the part I'm not going to take. I'm going to keep this part of my intuition. If I don't like the vibes that I am getting with a certain person, I don't have to be with them, I don't have to meet them, I don't have to be friends with them, I don't have to be extra nice to them, but we are taught, as children, we might not like some of our relatives, we might like some of them, but we might not like some others. But as children, our parents kind of, in my case, it was not my parents who forced me, but I kind of saw in society that we have to get along with everyone. So I kind of felt like I had to, although I wasn't forced. But I see that a lot, especially in very family oriented joint family cultures. Children are forced to like people. Okay. And I don't think that's a right thing to do. Just because you have a child and the child does not have correct ways to express their opinion, they might say, I don't like that person, but you don't take that seriously because you feel like the child is just feeling something. But that just feeling is a very important feeling, it's your intuition. So if your child is saying that they are not feeling good with a certain person, then you have to listen to your child, because the child's intuition is very strong. So let that person feel bad. If your child doesn't want to be with them, they don't want to be with them. And listen to your child, because like I think, contrary to popular belief, children do not lie that much. I feel adults lie all the time, and children are actually very, they speak the truth because they don't mind the consequences. They speak what's on their mind. And so yeah, this was my small message. And also another message in this was, try to be like your child. So if your child says he or she doesn't want to be with a person because of the way they make them feel, do that yourself. Just notice, how is a person making you feel? Is that person making you feel good, or is that person making you feel bad? If that person is making you feel good, be with that person. If not, then try to limit contact. Like, being adults, I wouldn't say just break all contact, go on a mountaintop and live there, but try to take some measures, like limit contact, or do like telephone contact or some sort of contact, but you don't have to be with them. And a lot of times it's just we who force this restriction on ourselves, that we have to like everyone, but the truth is you don't have to. So yeah, so this is like an add-on message to the listen to your intuition message with a child's example. um, I hope you liked it, and I wish you all a lot of love and light. Bye.